Welcome to the Insurance Brokers Podcast, Helpful Hints. Here we break down the best, most informative bits of our full-length interviews.
Everybody talks about it. The difficulty with implementation is this cultural attitude that if you tell people you are going to work together, you are going to collectively look at a particular client, they will do it, but they will do it reluctantly, and they won't really understand why they're doing it. So the key to this is the point we made previously, is that you have to tell people why they're doing it, and you have to really sell it to them so that they absolutely get it, that they don't see it as a threat to introduce a colleague, they don't see it as outside of their normal scope of activities, not my job, that they see it as part of their day-to-day task to provide better service to the client. So you can introduce all these processes and you can tell people what to do, but the key still is the way in which you communicate it and you sell it to people. And that's about trust in the leadership, it's about confidence in the team, and it's about sharing rather than telling. And that, I think, is the big difference between the successful firm and the less successful firm.
I might add to that and say it's also about engagement and early engagement of all parties where possible. And one of the tools that we use, which you have been part of, is sort of this tool whereby you get everybody that needs to engage in this process, whether you start at the senior leadership level or whether you are, in the client-facing individual teams, and you work through a series of processes which really starts to engage and bring out how people really feel about a certain aspect. So, for example, you might be looking at the company goals. How well do you understand the company goals? How well do we implement them? How well do you work together with other teams? And you start to bring out the individual's sort of maybe problems or confidences or things they're really good at, things they're really not, and you start to enable a conversation that opens people up. And once you've got that openness, that's when you can see, right, the pain points are here, here, and here. Together, we will collaborate to fix them. And you start to bring in all of that brilliant stuff you were just saying about getting the sort of the mind shift and really selling it, because there's an engagement in that selling process. And we use a particular tool, and we go through 5 different stages, and the conversations that come out of that are really, really interesting, particularly when you do it with a different group. And I found it quite interesting when you do the same exercise with the senior leadership as you do with the front line, and the stark difference is it's quite fun to watch, actually, as well as the kind of stuff it brings out.